This is a social diary with me, Conchita Lillian. Now remember to send in your feedback using our SMS line number that is at 20146. And we are currently live streaming on all our social media platforms at Metropole TV KE. To start off this week, Higher Education Loans Board, that is HELP, waived the 1,000 bob it charges non-beneficiaries of the funds before they can be issued a compliance certificate. The board said it reached that decision following stakeholders' consultation, which saw the fee described as a punitive, especially for many unemployed youths looking for jobs but were not beneficiaries of the funds. So before we take a look at what the interwebs had to say, this is what some of you said.
On the waiver of the 1,000 shillings fee by the Higher Educational Loans Board is it's a bit late, because in the first place there should not be charges for you to get a clearance certificate from that institution, and especially because sometimes you'll be asking for that certificate because you needed to apply for a job, not necessarily meaning you have a job that you already are working in. So I feel like it should be a flat ground. I have paid my loans, I need my certificate, because first of all, if I am asking for this certificate, it's because I've paid my loan and I'm sure it is with some interest. So yeah, it's late, but it's welcome.
So I feel like there was a lot of mixed reactions, when it comes to what this waiver means. And if you look at social media, we have at Soko Insight who says, Kenyan youth have been wondering how on earth they are being asked to pay a fee to get a certificate for a fund they never enjoyed. They are claiming that waiving is not the right option, but refunding all those job seekers who painfully paid. Makes you wonder, can the government really refund all those fines? Then we have at Gideon Keter who says, it has always been punitive to charge 1,000 shillings from unemployed youth when he or she applies to get HELP compliance certificate. Today, the fees has been waived. As we win this, I'll also target to stop the monthly penalties and reduce the interest rate in my HELP Amendment Bill 2020. I wonder if that is really possible, but we'll see. And then we have it B. Mingich, who says, and he was actually replying to Gideon Keter, saying this, no, they haven't. Only those who are paying the loans are able to get the clearance. This morning, I have tried to get it, but says I'm a default. I can't get the clearance SAT, meaning I have to start paying the loan to get the SAT. Pure scam. Guys, do you really think this is a scam? The hashtag is social diary. And then we have a Lord, that is Gilmesh one. Oh, Gilmaesh one, who says, that was an interesting way to make rob money for no values to those who had nothing to do with help. I think at help page should be obligated to repay all those who had no help loans and had to pay for the clearance certificate. Well, I don't know if that's possible. I mean, like, this is the government. They have to make money. And then we have at It's Mutai, who says, help. At help page has finally removed the punitive 1,000 shillings charges for all those applying for clearance certificate from help. Thank you. We have been asking for this for a while now. Now help certificates will be free. This is part I feel like everyone will be like, hallelujah. Okay, moving on. Well, Combo Market is back trending this week yet again. This is after hundreds of traders at the market are counting losses after their stalls were demolished overnight, but the National Youth Services under the watchful eyes of GSU officers to pave way for road construction. So bulldozers actually arrived at midnight early this week, destroying the structures and goods worth millions of shillings. But there's more that meets the eye in the night demolitions, with this being the second to be witnessed in less than a month, not forgetting the perennial night fires, begging the question of who wants a piece of Gikomba. In all this, is there a plot to slowly kill Kenya's historic markets? So this is a video of how the demolition went down and how people reacted.
Gikomba demolitions. I feel like we need development, yes, in terms of infrastructure, roads, and everything else, but not more than we do need our daily livelihoods. Because if we are not able to provide us for ourselves, if we are not able to put food on the table today, we will not be able to walk on those roads tomorrow. So I think the priority should be in ensuring that Kenyans get first a chance to earn a living, and then we can, and especially coming at a time when COVID-19 has really overturned our lives upside down, I think the government should be able to save the traders at Gikomba market, and maybe if it's even genuine, it can wait. My point is, even if it's genuine, even if it's the way to go, it can.
So my thoughts on Gikomba, my 2 cents. Nasikia Gikomba ilichomwa tena, si poa manze. Millions of shillings were lost, as in watu wali lose majobs zao, as in wengine hata hawezi feed familia zao. Ndio hiyo crisis, tuko among the crisis right now. And you know, all this is happening because someone deliberately put on a fire, as in that's not cool. It's CFT. Okay. And so I really think if the government really wants to put out people, they should do it in an orderly manner. Jengeni soko ingine bana. Do something like responsible. Show us that you're the bigger person and you can do this in an orderly manner, instead of just paying up some goons. And then, as in me, I'm just really maddened by this story. Man, in a Gikosh, all our clothes we get from Gikosh. Kusema tu kweli, most of the people, they wear clothes from Gikosh. It's the heart of Nairobi's shopping center. As in, come on, dude. Anyway, all this is my take, bana. You guys, chungeni.
You know, like when it comes to the government, apparently these guys were only given a 2-day notice. The entire situation is sad. These guys had fires just less than a month, now demolition. But again, they said that they are expounding roads. Who are we to argue with the government? So Twitter was on fire about the Gikomba demolition. And we have someone like Ashley Lutz 254 who says, it's sad that we want development, but we are not flexible to change. The initial road routes were displaced after land grabbing and people settled. Part of Gikomba happens to be one of them. With NMS, all this will be unleashed. Tribalism, hashtag Ruto corrupt lieutenants, hashtag Ruto. Hey, yeah, where's Ruto coming from, surely? Like, we're talking about Gikomba. But there we go. Then we have Nganga, that is Nganga, I believe, or is it Nganga _ who says, whatever the government is doing to Gikomba traders is exactly what Adolf Hitler did to Israelites, yeah? Like, not just Hitler, like any people. Anyway, it's not about me, it's about your voices. So this person continues and says, heartless, senseless, and satanic. At State House Kenya, at NMS _ Kenya. I mean, like, you really got to have guts for you to call State House satanic. Like, anyway, kuna guts, comrade. And then we have at Aldrin Oma who says, Uhuru Kenyatta's regime is confusing. Went on there putting for us an entire promotion, and then after that is say this hashtag Kazi Mtani for youth. The next day Gikomba traders get chased away. Yesterday he bought beds, tomorrow he's building roads. It's not easy to understand him. I feel like this person is really confused with the president's move, but again, they are paving way for construction of the road. And then we have at Oloitiko who says, Wanjoi wa Mashati, in quotes, President Uhuru Kenyatta. I mean, you guys must have noticed his shirt style. I think Penny may notice shirt zake. So he's saying, Wanjoi wa Mashati trying to copy-paste the genuine acts of the hustler. It comes too late, my friend. Continue with the game of destroying the hustlers' businesses and homes as you've already done in Gikomba, Ruai, Dandora, and Mau. May God's wrath put you and your family in hell. Ouch. Like, who unloved you, man? And then we have a Kat Maimuna who says, hashtag Big Four agenda. There has been the Gikomba demolition trending, but some of us don't know what the last month Treasury allocated. Last month the Treasury allocated 1.1 billion for construction in that market. At that market, which is from Big Four agenda, 15.5 billion set for affordable housing. Well, that is what some of you had to say, but our very own Victoria Munga was there. So let us tell us what vitu kwa ground vile zilikuwa.
What happened is that morning, traders went to Gikomba market as usual to go on with their daily business, only to be shocked by what they saw there. Like their premises where they always sell their stuff were all demolished. A whole stretch of stalls where they always go there to sell their bags, their shoes, their clothes, all of them, they were on the ground. So their bitterness was that they had not been told enough, or if they were told, then they were not told enough. Apparently they are claiming that they had not been given notice, and if they were being sent out of Gikomba market, then where were they going to go? Because there is no any other place they can go to. So they were for the opinion that if they really don't want them to be there, then they give them somewhere else to go first. They'll settle there, then you can do whatever you want to do right there on the market. So it was really, really bitter to see the mamas there and the old men were trying to make a living, and they were very bitter because during this time for Corona, where everyone is trying to struggle to make ends meet, then you come and demolish my only source of a living. Then where else do you want me to go? What else do you want me to go? So we were there listening to them. I spoke to one lady over there, and she gave me a whole story of her life. She's been there for over 20 years doing her business. So it was really, really bitter and very sad to see what was going on Gikomba market on that Tuesday morning. So the bulldozers had been there that night, and when they woke up in the morning, their business were not there anymore. So it was a really, really bad experience for them that morning, and they were promising to go to City Hall and demonstrate against that action of them being sent, jobless, because that's the only source of a living that they were depending on. Sasa hivyo ndo vitu kwa ground.
Basically, so umesikia venye vitu kwa ground ziko. So we are going to take a quick commercial break. When we're back, more on the social diary with me, Conchita Lillian.